All right, traders, what is up? Right now that I've got a trade up on the Canadian dollar on a 15-minute area, you can see that we have this drop, I guess kind of like drop-based, rally-based drop. But this rally-based drop that we have here, let me just add a little bit more time to our chart. You can see that there's like a massive precipitous fall off early Thursday morning. I know I use that word precipitous all the time, but this is a really big fall off at 4 in the morning, which is about when I wake up to start checking levels and things of that nature. And we came in here, and what we have, I'm gonna back out just, yeah, there you go. So from this area, we breach 1, 2, 3 areas of lower turning points, and that is indicative of just a massive area that we can take advantage of. And so what I did here was I took 4 contracts short, and we have negative divergence here, guys. So negative divergence is defined by higher highs in price and lower lows in the momentum. And so I took that, but because we're still above 60 on the RSI, I've got to have my first target just above the previous turning point, which is exactly what I do. Also, because of that, I've only got the 2 targets set right now, even though I'm short 4 contracts. But what I'll do is I'll show you my next target will be here, just above this guy. And so what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll do an OCO at that area. And in Thinkorswim, order cancels order, I guess in any platform really, order cancels order is a way for us to say, hey, look, if price comes back into a certain area, I want the opposite side of that trade to be canceled. So I know there's a lot of moving parts right here, but I'll walk you kind of through it. I just wanted to get it in. I am short 4 positions, and up here in my stops, I want to make sure they're all in the same place. Yep, 36,885 is my stop on this. If we breach above this, we're likely to continue higher. We are above 60 on the RSI. We are being a little bit aggressive on our T1. And what we did here was we have, what you can see here is these little brackets, right? These little green brackets that we show here next to price. These brackets signify a order cancels order trade. And you see them also here, these little brackets, not this one, right? But these 3 have brackets that coincide with our targets. And essentially what that means, if price comes back up here and we get stopped out, all 3 of these limit orders are going to go away. And if we come back up here, I'll I'll buy back all 4 contracts. 3 of them are tied to OCOs. 1 of them is open right now. And so essentially what will happen is if we hit T1 and if we hit T2, I can implement a moving average strategy on the last 2 contracts that I have. But guys, for right now, we're in the trade. We were up $330. Now we're up $130. Price kind of bouncing around right now. Not surprised to see that happen. Nothing really for me to do except wait. And in the next video, I'll show you what happens. Back to our Canadian dollar trade that we're on right now. We did hit T1. You can see we locked in $120 in profit. And because we are still above 40 on the, above 60 on the RSI, I have to move my stop just below break even. And guys, again, we're in the business of reducing risk in our trading. So what I'm doing here right now is no matter what happens, I am going to ensure that I make $120 on this trade, no matter what. And I've gone back and forth with several traders that I respect, several traders that have been trading a lot longer than me. And some of them get what I'm doing and some of them don't. But what I'm trying to do here is eliminate risk. And that is just what I've done. By the way that I put my first targets where they were, and the way that I'm moving my stops, even though we're in a downtrend, guys, I have to respect momentum. And when I respect momentum, what that allows me to do is reduce the risk in trading. Turning points, finding turning points is only half the battle in trading. The other half of trading is being able and being disciplined enough to eliminate FOMO from your vocabulary and moving your stops accordingly. I would love price to come back down here. I don't know if it's going to right now. So what I'm doing is I'm ensuring a profitable trade. If nothing else, I cover the cost of commissions on the day on future trades that I take, and that is part of trading. The part that most people don't understand is not letting winners turn into losers by hoping and praying. And so many traders will tell you, I know price is going to go down, or I know price is going to do this. That's just not true. This is a great level. We are in a downtrend. We did come up with negative divergence, but we are above 60 on the RSI, and we're catching a bid right here. So I don't know where price is going to go from here. I've got my target set. There's nothing for me to do now that I've locked in that profit, and now I can just go about my day. All right, traders, what's up? It is a little bit later on in the day, and just checking back on our Canadian dollar trade. Guys, we did hit T1, and almost immediately, as soon as we hit T1, price did rally back up and stop us out of this trade. This was our first target. Our second target was down here, and you can see that price, it did come back down and came a little bit before our T1, but it is stalling right here. And guys, it just goes to show that regardless of being in a downtrend and taking a really good level here, that when the technicals are telling you what they're telling you on a Friday, I'm not really high on holding over the weekend, but especially when the technicals are telling you what they're telling you, you gotta abide by your rules. There was nothing for me to do here after T1 was hit besides move the stops like we did, because our RSI was still well above 60. And so you just follow the rules. This is one of the 5 trades that I've taken in the last 24 hours that's resulted in T1 being hit and then getting stopped out on break even. We've had 2 of those, I think. One of them, we got stopped out of break even. 2 of them hit several targets. So guys, this is just part of trading, part of following the rules. The only traders that I know are successful in trading are the ones that follow the rules and remove the emotion from trading. We were up, I think, at one point $660 on the trade. I think we made $120 on the trade, and I'm not worried about that because we took a very high probability trade that price would turn. It did. We hit T1. Price was above 60. We moved our stops and we followed our rules. And that is the difference between successful and unsuccessful traders, is those that follow the rules. And guys, price could come screaming down here, and that would just be a bummer, is what it would be. But we did follow our rules. We let the ones that play out, we let those play out. So, you know, we let our MCL trade play out. We let our silver trade play out today. We let several trades play out that made much more significant profit, but we reduced our risk on this trade and every trade that we take. That is the key. So guys, that wraps up Canadian dollar trade, and take it easy, and I'll catch you later.